Number 17, we want to find the value for x that makes this equation true. Well, we're always going to get it set equal to 0 and then use the quadratic formula if we can't factor. So in this case, we want to use a quadratic formula. So I need to get it set equal to 0, so I need to move that over first. So how do I move a negative 8x over? I simply add 8x to this side, and then we can put our equation in the form we need. 2x squared plus 8x plus the number 8 equals the 0 we want. Now, this section I said use the quadratic formula. So what we're going to do is the value right here in front of x squared is the a value. Number in front of the x is your b. The number right here is your c. So we're going to write that down. A is 2, b is 8, c is 8. And I always have you do the 4ac piece, which is in the formula that we're going to write in a second. So let's do 4 times the 2 is 8. 8 times 8, I get 64 here. Now, the quadratic equation is x is equal to the opposite of b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And all I got to do is plug in the a, b, and c value, and it's going to tell us our answer here. So let's do that. So x is equal to the opposite of b. Opposite of b is negative 8 plus or minus, because there's going to be the plus side and the negative side. Two solutions. It's just writing two equations in one form here. B squared, 8 squared. We're just going to go ahead and write that, 64. Minus, what is the 4ac? Well, it's 64. Ooh, interesting. 2 times 8, 2 times 2 is 4. So here's what we get. X is equal to negative 8 plus or minus square root of 0 is 0 all over 4. Now, if you add 0 and subtract 0, you're going to get negative 8 no matter what. So even if you break it into its two parts, which we normally do, and I'm just going to show you, negative 8 plus 0 over 4, or the other possibility, negative 8 minus 0 over 4, you're going to get the same answer. Here, negative 8 plus 0 is negative 8 divided by 4, negative 2. Here, same answer, negative 2. So there's only one solution here. Negative 2 is our solution. Negative 2 is the point where this guy crosses the x-axis. It only crosses in one point. What that means if we think of the graph, because if we simply graphed this, all we're finding is when is the height at 0, where's it crossing? Normally the parabola comes in and crosses in two spots. But in this case, it simply came down, hit, and went back up. And that spot where it hit was negative 2. So the answer for 17 is negative 2.